We root for him to fail forever. But we got a new interesting topic. It's the quarter of the year NFL MVP rankings. We got our picks. Side to Gerald gonna come in on our picks, and we're gonna start off with Monray. Who are your NFL MVP picks?
I think mine was really, really relatively simple. Three. I had to be fair. I was really stuck for 3 and 4 because I have Josh Allen and Daniel Jones, for at least for right now, really, really close between those two. The stats are really similar. The wins are roughly similar. So I was really stuck between the two. The only reason I give Josh Allen a slight nod over Daniel Jones now is because he's asked to do more versus Daniel Jones has a bit better like clientele and players around him. But just Josh Allen just generally asked to do a lot more for the team and lack of requisite weapons and everything. So that's why I give him a slight nod. But for Ghost's sakes, Daniel Jones is +4. Other than that, Dak Prescott's too, because I mean they basically have to be the Bengals of last year, but he has shown that through 5 games he has not lost any kind of step. He's playing amazing, putting his team in games offensively. When needed to do something, he's being called upon to do it. I say just he can't play defense, but he's playing amazingly. But one, like I said, I don't even think it was an option. I knew this from the start. It's Bake Show. It's Baker Mayfield. I don't even think it's a debate on who's the leading the MVP rankings right now. Bake Show through 5 games, they're 4-1. They have respectable wins. He has injuries, on different parts of the ball, but whenever they needed him to, he stepped up. Not only just the game where, he just put up 38 points, but he's missing his one wide receiver, still able to score, still able to do what's asked. He's been down at the end of 4 out of their last 5 games and has come back in every game. Down, 3 with 2 minutes to go in the first game, called upon and won it. This past Sunday, they were down 7 with like 2.5, 3 minutes to go. Not only did he get them to come back and tie the game, he also had made them to come back in the field goal range and win. So he has the clutch factor, he has the stats, and they have the record currently. I don't really see another debate above him, just based on everything they've done through 5 games. So Baker Mayfield currently is my MVP front runner, and we have the 2, 3, and 4 behind him.
Unico. Anybody agree? Talk. Well, we'll get all of them out the way. It won't make sense. Unico.
I talk a lot of trash, but at the end of the day, I do got Dak at my 3 for MVP. For 2, I believe he deserves potentially 2 awards. For most improved, he should be 1. But MVP, I believe that he would be 2. And that's Daniel Jones. And then it's Baker Mayfield at 1. Easy.
So it's easy.
Bake Show.
100%. I want to make sure that I have it on record. Daniel Jones should be most improved player, even though he didn't really improve. He was always as good.
Me, Daniel Jones. Why? He's doing amazing right now. So that's all the reason I got another. He's 3 only because the competition ain't been the highest. So we have to put him at that spot. But 2, Baker Mayfield, as Monroe already stated, doing amazing comeback wins, all that stuff. He's doing amazing right now. He's 2, basically 1 and 1A because it could go either way depending on what the records are at the end of the year. More for me is Dak, simply because once we look at the stats. All 3 of them on my list. So only reason I'm putting Baker and Daniel Jones relatively the same. Dak Prescott like top also in touchdown. Stat wise, Dak is doing amazing. So Dak is kind of beating them both in like all the stats basically. But Baker Mayfield is really close on 1A just because the comebacks and the team he played. Dak has also beat some pretty good teams. He also lost to some obvious teams. So right now that's my list. It is we tend to have the same people. The reason Josh Allen in my list simply because I hate the AFC right now. So and y'all will see shortly. I think the AFC is just pure trash. When I turn on my TV, I'm like ass every time I see an AFC game. So any disputes, Gerald, with any of the lists you saw? Do you see anything you agree with?
Okay, so Dak Prescott, I know he's playing well, but I know you have to play the schedule. I just don't know if I see him there because the way, I feel like Matt Stafford doesn't get talked about enough. He is playing some really good ball. It's 3 with Daniel Jones is not bad. I know Josh Allen is really, really heavy in there, but I knew there was going to be some trouble with the Patriots anyway. I haven't given Baker enough credit. He's my 4. I hate to say Daniel Jones is 1, but I do have him at my 1. I have Matt Stafford at 3. I have Baker at 2.
Not giving the Cowboy any credit. I love it.
It's so much trouble I have given the Cowboy credit because he could be top 5. I'm sure there's other players out there that might do something better, but I can't give it to him until they improve.
Josh Allen and by the way, last week the list was a little different because I had Josh Allen at 2 and Cook at 3, and they both against the Patriots did not play well, so they moved down on my list. But they're still in the top 5. They still not running. James Cook been amazing until this week, and he killed my fantasy, so I'm a little bit mad at him.
Oh, let me throw a stat out here that I have for my spreadsheet here. So I started my spreadsheet week 3, and so hot seat week, Trevor Lawrence was on it. Also, hot seat week for week 4, Trevor was on there again. I said Trevor's off. This week, I had him in that MVP conversation for a second after last night's game, but I had to,
He started off the season too bad to me to be in that race.
It's weird.
The Texas game was awful. The Bengals game was awful. The Panthers game was awful. The 49 game, let's go over his stats. Panthers, 170 yards against the Panthers, 178 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Bengals, the Bengals defense, 271 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Texans, 222 yards, only 50% passing, 1 interception. 49ers, 174 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. And last night, 221, 1-1. By far his best game. The last 2 weeks he's picked up. But his start of the season is too bad for me to.
His record, his team record.
There's a reason he was on. It's the reason
what
he
makes
was on
you
it.
think. Yeah. Like his team record is what makes you makes him cross your mind. But I had him in a hot seat.
He was because I gave you the stats. He was not playing bad the first 3. He was playing awful the first 3 weeks.
Agreed.
So he should have been in a hot seat, even though despite them being able to win the games, he was playing awful. Like I said, the Bengals, he was throwing 50% in 2 of them games. He threw 50% against the Texans and the Bengals, and had 2 picks and we can't give him. He had a 56 rating against the Texans. That's why he was on the hot seat. So, but shout out him last night. It upgraded him. So
I think the only thing about Matt Stafford, because I'll be fair, I didn't really look at Stafford as much, but his stats do look great, is that he's going to get a little bit of a knock against him because offensively the team is so loaded. Like when you have, arguably a top 3 receiver in the league, and then another top 10, 15-ish receiver right behind them, and then you have a top 10 running back with you, your stats are going to be a bit more inflated. And MVP, to be fair, is not solely stats. We have to remember that. But I do acknowledge that Matt Stafford is up there. I didn't really look at him as much because the team is loaded. But he does have the stats to where I think he also is in MVP consideration.
Yeah, he is. That's why he's on this list.
He's actually. What if Matthew
Drake
Stafford?
May up there too is surprising.
What if Matthew Stafford? That is surprising, especially for the Patriots, and you're not Tom Brady.
Look at this list,
and without Randy Moss.
How much would y'all bet? How much money y'all think y'all would? Unica, how much money would you think you would won if you predicted this would be your top 5 and going into week 5?
Probably a millionaire.
I would have lost.
You probably would have been a millionaire because I'm telling you, nobody in their right. The odds.
Oh no, the Daniel Jones thing. Yeah.
I said Daniel Jones alone. The odds of him being anywhere near top 5 had to be put you in at least in the 100,000s. Like there's just no way anybody would predict.
Drake Mayfield,
$10 bet, my nigga. $10 bet.
Like nobody would have predicted him, and then Drake Mayfield in there too was crazy.
Why you keep saying nobody? People that watch quarterbacks and watch how they.
I got a question, Unico. Before the season, would you say Daniel Jones have more yards than Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow? That's the question.
Wait, who all you said?
Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Joe Burrow.
Because
You
I'm looking.
had this list over them.
I
I'm
knew
looking
that
at you.
I knew that he was going to be very competitive in this league and can stand toe to toe with anyone in this league. Don't ask me that.
Look, I'm
You
real.
would have
I
been a
answered.
millionaire
I
just off
answered
them
for
four
you, Nick.
alone.
Look, I'm answering for you, Nico. No, you didn't, and this is realistically
Yo,
because
hold on, no.
no, you didn't. I'm gonna
I
be
ain't even
fair. Like,
talking.
no, nobody really did. I just nobody because
I named
other
four
than
people that's
Greg
not on this
Jennings,
list that would have been
nobody
on
in most of sports media, period, other than Greg Jennings, generally thought Daniel Jones was anything other than washed. Like, I'm just gonna be fair. So
So me
no,
and Greg
nobody
Jennings,
thought this.
And then Drake May being on 5 is insane.
That's
now put your
also
money on what that was supposed to be. I thought the Patriots going to be ass for a while until they
I
find a
thought they
really
was
good
too.
quarterback. But that boy can play.
I think Matthew Stafford and Dak you could have thought would have been on there.
most people thought Dak is because he would have had to throw a lot. Stafford, you can make and Baker Mayfield had 4,000-yard seasons the last 2 years, so he makes sense.
And
That's
then
my no. Actually, that's my actual real like surprise is Baker.
Oh yeah, I've been sleeping. Baker done had 4,000-yard season, and last year had over 40 touchdowns. Like
But I would
he's
have lost this. I
wow.
would have lost this because I would have had either Lamar or Josh Allen. And the fact that Josh Allen ain't been hurt and been playing every game, he not on this list. It's still it's crazy to me. So
And
you
Josh
would have
Allen got in the mode now of doing what he needs to do to win games, not Superman all the time.
Hey, and
Jalen Hurts.
what you say?
and let me get on this real quick. First and foremost, y'all brothers need to step up. It's only one brother, and he half of a brother that's in the top 5 of the quarterback. Y'all,
He didn't. So the brother's ass right now.
By the way,
man,
we had
brothers,
over half the league starting was black. We still do, I think.
this must be a voting year or something, because man, ain't no way.
Nasty work.
Shout out, got Afro coming 765. Shout out. But
Man,
Yeah.
what is? I'll put this up here. Oh, shout out to hey, that's funny. I was talking about this the other day. We had this show and we never put it together, and I made this fire intro. We had a fire intro and everything. But